told them to get their mics ready before the end of the track, and they weren't listening to me. Anyway, this is Collision on Voice FM. On this Friday night, actually got a huge show coming up tonight. Was lucky enough to be visited in the studio by Dead Letter Circus and America's 10 Years the other day. I'm going to play them for you later. Also have an interview with the Australian drummer from Devil You Know. And I'll be catching up live with Michael from Arcane Saints. They've got some big news happening, but right now I have Horris Green sitting in the studio with me. I've got James and Lockie. How are you guys?
Okay, good, thank you.
Good, thanks.
That's good. And you guys have got some big stuff happening at the moment too, don't you?
Sure do. Yeah, we got our finished the EP and got it all printed off and finalised, and so we thought we might celebrate and have a big old launch show at Corova, which is tomorrow night. So,
yeah, pretty busy.
Are you going to be doing other things other than the launch show in Ballarat? Have you got any Melbourne shows or anything lined up?
Yeah, we played last week. We played in Bendigo and we played in Melbourne. That was last weekend, and then we just got the launch and a few other sort of. We got an all ages Ballarat show and another all day festival in Ballarat, and then so once the EP's up on the internet and stuff, we'll be able to try and get some gigs in Melbourne and stuff like that. Go from there.
Right.
Once it's all out there.
Yeah. So, I mean, well, have you guys got any plans to take this further? Are you looking at touring Australia and that, or are you just doing the local shows?
We'd love to play anything, everywhere, just whatever we could possibly do. Like, sort of plan to try and have it out by summer, because that's when there's a lot of shows and things happening around Australia. So we thought, I don't know, put it out there, get a good response, try and get on support slots anywhere, or the ultimate dream would definitely be to tour Australia.
We just sort of do as many anything that comes around, and just sort of don't turn anything down. Like once that all accumulates, you can sort of go from there, hopefully. Yeah.
Right, so you're not like pushing it too hard, but
we're pushing it as hard as we can, actually.
After tomorrow night we'll be pushing it, sending it and everything.
Right.
So
that's part of the plan.
So at the moment you're just sort of sitting back and waiting to work.
Oh, we've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to get it all recorded and get it all finished and try and promote this show tomorrow night and all that stuff. There's a lot of work going into that, but then moving forward is a whole different thing. It's a whole different process, so we're looking forward to that when it comes. But
right. Well, we're going to maybe have one of the new tracks off the new EP for you very soon, but right now I'm going to play one of your old tracks. Because we don't have the new one ready to play for you.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Fall back. The one I've got is I Don't Need It At All.
At all.
Would that happen to be by you guys?
That would happen to be by us indeed.
Awesome. Well, we'll be back in a moment with Horris Green. This is I Don't Need It At All. You are back on Collision on 99.9 of Voice FM. I am Kat, and I have with me James and Lockie from Horris Green. I remembered your names, never got the band.
Halfway there.
To a good start. No, you're in a good pedigree when I forget your name, don't worry.
That's all right.
That was one of the older tracks that we just heard, which... I mean, I guess they've been pretty much demos that you've been putting out up until this point, because tomorrow night is the big EP launch, and the EP is coming out tomorrow?
Officially, yes, but we also sold a couple in Bendigo and Melbourne, so for the people that actually showed up there, they got their hands on it a week earlier, so...
Awesome.
It's meant to be top secret Macca.
So then what, at this point... At this point, the hard copies are only going to be available at shows?
Oh yeah, and if you know me or James, you could chase us up for one. But
well, could people contact you on Facebook or something to order one? And
and also I think what we'll do, we'll see how many we sell tomorrow, see if we need to get more, but then we'll also maybe go to Crossroads and Midwest and JB Hi-Fi and see if give them a handful and just have that available for everyone. So
see if they'll sell it for us. But
yeah.
I'd like to try and maybe make like a bit of an online store as well. And we got some more t-shirts made as well.
Yeah, so they all came
which
today.
been selling like hotcakes, I believe. You already sold one as soon as they came in.
Yeah, already. We didn't even have them in our hands. We'd already sold one. So it's pretty cool to.
Well, tell us about the gig tomorrow night and the support acts and what people can expect to see if they actually are in Ballarat and come to the gig, or outside Ballarat and actually drive all the way. I mean, it's a beautiful weekend for Ballarat anyway.
It is, and I saw that there's a lot of other great gigs in Ballarat on tomorrow night, which we'll struggle to compete with. But so tomorrow night we just thought we'll get two bands that sort of we'll pick them, or rather than the venue picking them. The main supporters of a band called the Hunted Crows. We played with them a couple of weeks ago at the Eastern, and they're also a two-piece, and they've got very similar sort of techniques, whatever you call it. They sound very much like us, same style and same and so we just sort of thought, we'll get them to play. They're from Melbourne. They're actually in the middle of a single launch tour, and they were free on this night, so luckily we got them. And then I got Sunali, which is like a surf punk band from Ballarat. They're just a three-piece, and they've blown me away every time I've gone to see them. So.
Wow. So you got a three-piece and two pieces on that.
That's it.
I was just going to say on that pretty big stage to fill.
Yeah.
It's big, but you can move around more and have a bit more fun. And we wanted to book bands as well that were friends with the people in it, like not just sort of complete randoms, I guess. And
well, you could have a big get all of you up there on stage at the end.
Final curtsy.
Do a track together.
We just want it to be a big party and just big celebration of what we've been doing. So
and the thing is, the people who come to specifically see us, if they catch a couple of support bands, the whole joy of it is that they'll hopefully discover a liking for them, and because so that's the whole idea of the supports that we've chosen, sort of give everyone an opportunity to sort of.
And you guys will be there right from the start, so people, if they get there early, they can even come and say hello to you before the gig.
They definitely should
buy
get
their
there
T-shirt
early,
and EP and get it signed and everything.
No, the support bands deserve as much people there as anyone on the night does. I know, they're incredible.
Well,
that's why we chose them. So
it's hard getting people, especially for the opening band and that. But people need to consider the fact that the band they love chose these bands for a reason.
Yeah. Another thing is we could have easily just picked two Ballarat bands together, but the whole idea of giving the audience the opportunity to discover someone, that's why you sort of pick a band from Melbourne that maybe isn't that well known around Ballarat, and you get them, people see them and hopefully like them, and then onto the main event.
And with them coming back regularly at the moment, that's how you build a name in a town, isn't it?
Exactly.
Just keep coming back.
And it works both ways. If they were to play in Melbourne or if they were to play somewhere, I'm sure we'd be in their thoughts.
Yeah. What's the name of the EP? Blank Nights.
Blank Nights.
Call it Blank Nights.
And actually, what are you on Facebook? You just Horris Green on Facebook?
Just Horris Green on Facebook.
Not just, but I closed that page. Because I went to the event page, so I got off your page for a moment. You're not. You're Horris Green Ballarat.
Oh, yeah.
Similar.
Details.
If you type in Horris Green, it'll come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, called it Blank Nights.
What was I've forgotten what the name was from.
Horris
Green, yeah.
It's actually from School of Rock, so it's mine and Lockie's favourite movie, and I don't know, where the whole movie's set is at Horris Green, so.
It's sort of just like something after our first ever jam, we're just like, what should we call ourselves? It's like, we'll call it Horris Green. It's the name of the school where Dewey Finn taught at. And they just sort of stuck with it. We didn't sort of second guess it or think maybe we should find something a bit cooler.
Yeah, we sort of had a couple of ideas and stuff, and then I know basically the second we said Horris Green, we're both like, yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
it just clicked. And
it's just a symbol of how it all began, isn't it, Mac?
It is indeed.
It's a symbol.
Well, have you guys, you've got the first single chosen from the EP?
Yeah, we chose to put out Find a Way as the first single.
That's the, it's the sixth track, yeah. Sixth track of the EP.
Yeah.
If you want. It's a sort of probably the more thrashier, heavier, explosive song of the collection.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd throw that one out there. It's short and sharp. It's
sort of one as well. I noticed that when we were playing it live, it was starting to get a good response, and mates were coming up to me saying, "Oh, that new song's my favourite one. What's it called?" And so we sort of thought we'll put it out, and hopefully they'll be able to appreciate the recorded version as well as the live version of it. So
yes, I concur that.
Yeah.
I just find it amusing that you've got the CD and you didn't actually consider giving it to me at the start.
Oh yeah,
I've
been carrying CDs around with me all the time these days. It's sort of just like a wallet.
I'm throwing on an old track because I didn't know I had
yeah.
Just sitting there with the CD. Good on you.
We just wanted to play a trick on you, really.
Wanted to make me work for my money.
Yeah, work a little bit harder.
Well, you guys, you should be working for your money, so you should be telling people how much they should come down and see you tomorrow night too.
Well, we put so much goddamn work into this collection of songs, and there's songs that have stuck with us over the last 12 months, since we were 12 years old. It's just, we put a lot of effort into it. I know we do play a lot of gigs around Ballarat, a lot of house parties and stuff, and people can tend to probably get sick of us because we're playing everywhere, but sort of feel like this is the main event. This is the one. We're giving it our all, so it mean a lot to me and James if you can.
And if you play around a lot, then you probably see a lot of the same people who come to see you, and you will notice if they're not there.
That's it, yeah. We'll be hunting you down.
We'll chase you up. What are you doing last night?
They'll be looking for you. We will actually have a listen. I was actually going to ask about the video. Is that a video that you've got?
No, it's just a little bit of artwork that's...
Right.
Basically, it changes colour. So
yeah, I done that.
You could call it a video. Lachlan's responsible for that.
Yeah, but then the Blake Nights was the first thing we put out. That video, if you search up on YouTube, Horris Green Blake Nights, that video is something that I made. It's just a little collection. It was the first release from the EP, and it's just pretty much just announced the EP, and it's just a set of, because we always used to set up GoPros and sort of stuff every single gig we play and every single time we're together. Every single time we're jamming or whatever. And so, and so you just compile all that together in a bit of a compilation series.
Sort of shows who we are, what we do, and we never really even planned the video. It just happened because we had footage of lots of stuff.
Well, there's even shots of us in this very studio.
I just noticed that actually.
So, but we came,
Oh, look. The top of my head
you're in there.
Your video.
Starring Cat.
Yeah.
Because, of course, you have come and visited me in the studio before.
Yeah.
Mucking around in here while I wasn't there. I'm glad you were filming it. I suppose you cut out the good bits,
Very
though.
secret.
Good
bits.
And great. I will share that on the Collision page very soon, that video. And we'll have a listen now to the single, which is called the next single, Find a Way, from Horris Green. And I just have to sort this out so I don't screw up. Okay, we'll be back. You are on Collision with Cat Unwrapped and Horris Green. James and Lockie make up Horris Green. And that song we just heard was actually the Hunted Crows, and I think that's their new single, Get Out, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. It's an absolute ripper of a tune.
Yeah, and they're supporting you tomorrow night at Corova Lounge for your EP launch.
Yeah.
And we heard a single. The new single off your EP, Find a Way.
Yep.
The new single, yeah. So that's been out for about a week now, I think.
Yeah, about a week, Macca.
Who did the artwork?
For the EP?
The EP.
A guy in Melbourne by the name of Brock Chummings, or his sort of design company page, whatever you'd like to call it, is called Black Serpent.
We sort of came to him with a concept of like the whole Blank Nights thing and tried to explain the concept, which I don't want to give away too much.
I was just
It's open to interpretation.
Yeah.
The whole idea around Blank Nights is like, I was sort of sitting there, we were coming up with the name for the EP, and sort of, Blank Nights is just like essentially when you sort of go out and
You're too drunk.
you just destroy yourself, and everything's gone to shit for you, and you just wake up and you've had a blank night. Everything's gone to crap and you don't even know why.
a bit like tomorrow night's going to be.
It could be.
It could potentially be a bit of a blank.
After
we've played. Hopefully it doesn't all.
I want to remember it.
Yeah.
I don't want to remember after.
I guess even looking at the EP, like it's sort of got the person at the front and he's there in the night, and then the back sort of shows the next day, and it's all like clear and brighter colours, and it just sort of shows like I guess the contrast between like sort of the bad and good. Like,
but Brock done such a good job at and like creating that for us. Like, we just came to him with the idea in a few short sentences, and he just came to us with that, and it was perfect. And it's like a little cartoony. It's a little open to interpretation. It's very creative.
It looks like it's been put together from photographs and
and like
from
even the inside booklet, the lyric booklet, has got all the different stages of a
night.
Yeah.
I won't sit here right now.
Have a look through it,
Commentate.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. So
and it's got 7 tracks on it.
Yeah, 7 tracks.
You haven't moved out. I mean, it's almost an album.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've got we sort of have I think like 11 or 12 originals, and I know some are older, some we've only written about a month ago, and it's kind of hard to pick the ones we want on the EP, but I guess
you've still got them in the back. Back pocket
we still have them in our back pocket and
to shoot up later.
Yeah, I mean it's close to an album, but at the same time we just wanted something to be just whatever like was reflecting us at the time. Like we just want to have something to give out to people.
Yeah, just to. Yeah.
Sort of every song shows off different elements of what we can do and hopefully what we will do in the future.
And tomorrow night, I'm sure they're going to be pumped full of energy.
Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's sort of, and the EP has so much energy in it, we reckon. Like, we got my brother Pat to mix it. Mac had done all the mixing and recording. We done the drums in Melbourne and recorded guitar just in our own little studio, and just gave us time to just perfect it and
just make it exactly what we wanted it to be, rather than I guess we haven't really had much experience recording with producers and like just sort of random people you meet in Melbourne or wherever, but I don't know, we were worried if we went down that track that we might not get exactly what we want to be. Might be a bit persuaded by their influence, so if we did it ourselves, then it could be we take our time. And
when there's time restraints, sort of thing, like we sort of did put a bit of a time restraint, like a bit of a bracket in there. We wanted it to be done by around about now. We didn't want to be waiting. We wanted it to be done before summer, so it just sort of meant that we could work on it. We could get it done when we could just work on it rather than pay someone else to do it and sort of just sit at home and just wonder like, I wonder how he's going with it. Like, we could just sort of just work on it, and then I got my brother who lives in the same house as me, and he listens to all our songs all the time. He does lights for us live, like just knows all our songs back to front, and he knew exactly what sound I wanted to get. He knows exactly about all the tones and stuff that I try to get, and this what the band's trying to get. So
Well, I mean, it's your debut EP. You've got plenty of time for producers in the future.
Definitely.
You've got to start out doing your own thing.
But like, you just feel so proud of it, you know. Like when you've done all the majority of the work on it, like we've seen the EP like come together from the first drum take sort of thing, and it's just over the stages when it gets as it gets closer to completion, you don't sort of think like once it's done, like a work of art is never finished, it's just abandoned sort of thing, like, but once, like, now that it's done, it's just like, you know, we'll look back at it and be proud. We're not going to sort of think like, oh, what if this was more louder than this or anything like that. Once it's all done, it's our little babies, aren't they, Macca?
They're
our children.
7 children.
And it's there now. No one can ever take it away from you.
Exactly.
It's set in stone, I guess.
Yeah. And tomorrow night you can present your baby to the world.
Yes.
At least to the Ballarat world to begin with.
The Ballarat world, and then hopefully the rest.
You do have the Blank Nights EP launch at Ballarat at Crover Lounge on your Facebook page, but you do have some other shows you mentioned coming up in Melbourne. Do you want to give them another plug?
Unfortunately, there's none in Melbourne at the moment.
All right,
that was last weekend.
Yeah, last week we done Melbourne. We played at the Bendigo Hotel in Collingwood, and we also played at the Music Man Megastore in Bendigo. Done 2 headline shows there. That was good fun. And then in the future, we have a show at the Ballarat show. Like, there's music there playing all day, and then we'll be the last band right before the fireworks. So that'll be good fun.
Oh, yeah.
And straight after that, like on the same day, we'll head off to the Eastern, because they've got like a all-day festival sort of thing there, and we'll be playing later on the night there. The date of that is 14th of November, I think.
Yeah,
so
14th.
We'll have a bit of a month to sort of have a bit of time
see
off
how it went.
just sort of try and do a few behind-the-scenes work, and then go from there.
I guess, but if anyone's listening that's not in Ballarat wants to give us a show, message us and we will more than happily take it.
Yeah, so you're looking for more shows around
absolutely
regional areas of Melbourne?
Yeah, it's still very much just in the we're just trying to get exposure.
It's just,
it's not sort of like a triumphant, like, oh, people are going to come to watch us. It's just us to go to places and trying to win people over, you know? Like,
Yeah.
That's just the experience. That's the best part about being in a band, to get to travel and just see new towns that you might not ever think to even go and visit, like, rather than going there and playing music. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's good that there's just the 2 of you to figure it out too.
Yeah, it's so easy.
It's easy as. It's great.
Awesome. Well, good luck not only tomorrow night at Crover Lounge with the launch, but with the EP itself, which is called Blank Nights.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And, I wish I'd had a chance to listen to it, which obviously I haven't.
Your own favourites.
But I'm sure it's full of gold. And
we hope
look forward to hearing.
Yeah, so if you can't make it tomorrow night, she'll be up on the internet soon, so give her a squeeze.
And you are Horris Green Ballarat on Facebook, or just Horris Green?
Either HORRIS.
Yes.
Green, spelt the traditional way.
The traditional spelling of the colour green. Not to be confused with other colours.
No. We wouldn't want to do that. It's always good having you pop in and, before you do take off interstate or overseas or somewhere, you should come and visit me again.
We'll come say good day, always.
And we're going to... I'm coming back on Collision. I've still got the In Studios with Dead Letter Circus and 10 Years. I will be catching up very soon with Michael from Arcane Saints. And we have the Devil You Know interview coming up also. But we're going to hear another track from Horris Green's brand new EP. And this is Better Than Nothing that we're going to...
This is an old song. It's one of the first ones we wrote. Released it as a demo. Didn't like how it came out, re-recorded it, chucked it on the EP. It's a lot better. Better than nothing.
It's better than nothing.
Have a good one. Good night, Ballarat.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. See you later.